This ZUUR Table Talk is brought to you by not Dr. Pepper, not Coke Zero, but ZUURfit.com.
Oh, ZUURfit.
ZUURfit.com. So we just did a podcast about keto. I would stroll on over to
check it out.
I think we'll put it on SoundCloud, we'll put it on YouTube.
And on your website.
And on my website. So go over to ZUURfit.com, check out my podcasts.
I remember my first couple. I was doing a very specific diet with when I started CarbNight the very first time, and the point was go crazy with your CarbNight.
Like The Rock. You see those fucking pancakes?
Yeah,
and all that
yeah,
shit?
literally, literally, like that's the mindset. I don't know. Maybe if you're trying.
So
to
you just ate like 200 potatoes in one sitting. You were just like, oh.
I can remember one carb
You're just
night.
like shitting potatoes because you can't fully digest them.
I went to Pizza Hut and I got like the extra big family pizza dinner,
That's beautiful.
which was like.
Can you even eat that much?
No, I tried.
It sounds like you
tried
can't
so hard.
because of the pizza story you just told us.
It was 2 large pizzas, an order of wings, and like whatever the dessert item was. It was some sort of cinnamony, chocolatey.
I can just see you hunched over the table. Just like, ugh.
No, yeah, and then on top of that, I bought
Yo, I'll still
Dismers
eat it. I'll still eat.
donuts from Disney.
Even if I feel like shitting, like I'll still eat. If I feel bad.
If I'm supposed to eat that many calories, man, I'm just shoving those donuts.
Yeah, yeah.
Just right down the pie hole, dude.
Don't even chew.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm a segue you guys out of this carb night discussion. So outside of the gym, we are definitely people. So I mean, I'd like to think so. I have a bunch of hobbies.
I'm good
and
people.
You're what?
I'm good people.
You're good people. You're a good person.
I
I don't know,
was
man.
gonna scoot back.
You look pretty intimidating when I see you like
I like
flexing
to
in the
think-
mirror. Give a little ab shot. You're like, oh man, I'm so narcissistic.
I always see him in the gym just pulling up his shirt and flexing it in the mirror.
Bro, really, for like 30
Watch
minutes straight, he's
forward.
like,
Wash
Just-
forward.
He goes up to some random chick. It's like, hey.
No, I do that.
That's a good way, dude.
seriously, it's been amazing. Check it out. Check that out.
So, you guys play like any, are you guys playing any games right now or watching any movies or
So,
anything?
I can I go first?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck
Oh, yeah.
dude.
For
so
sure.
my roommates just moved out, as I've told you guys, and
Have you been binging on,
yeah,
did you find something?
find the
Like
game.
one game or like one
Well,
show?
So I played Destiny 1,
Mm.
and then they came out.
Oh,
with
Destiny 2.
So I
Whoa,
bought-
you're talking to the right
I bought
people.
Destiny 2. Do you guys play Destiny?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys play Destiny 2?
Yes.
You play it on Xbox?
Yeah,
No.
I do.
PC.
Fuck,
PlayStation
you played
4.
You played on Xbox.
Yeah, buddy.
No, PlayStation 4. You see my PlayStation over there? Am I...
No one fucking cares about PlayStation.
Fuck off.
They just usurped all of Xbox's prominence.
There is like a 1 in 10% chance that somebody has an Xbox One, and it happens to be 2 of those motherfuckers
Yeah,
that are
that's,
sitting right
it's
next
true.
to me.
It's true. Nowadays, dude. Everyone's like, dude, bro, COD and Destiny, all this shit comes
On
out
PlayStation
first.
4?
Yeah,
It
it's
does all
PlayStation
come out
4.
first on PlayStation.
They
It's
use-
What
bullshit.
PlayStation 4?
It's bullshit.
It's
Come on,
because
come out
it's
on
because
Xbox.
you guys want to know why that happened? Because when the Xbox was coming out and Titanfall was coming out, the Xbox fucking pushed Titanfall so hard that like Call of Duty.
They pushed
and-
like 3 games.
It couldn't
Oh,
have
no,
anything
but
to
they
do with the
pushed-
fact that the studio's Bungie and Halo is now owned by Microsoft.
Yeah, but Destiny, fun fact, was originally going to be an Xbox exclusive, even with.
Oh, yeah,
before-
Sony
Back in
took
the
that.
ODST
Sony
days.
took it.
So,
yeah.
Sony stole it, and then they stole all the people with it. So
Yeah.
And Sony has so many more exclusives. In my from launch date. On
Oh,
launch
from
date.
launch
But
date.
how did
Oh.
they steal it though? Because it's on both
They-
platforms.
They did steal it because it was originally going to be a 100% Xbox
They stole part of the
exclusive.
market. Stole part of the market.
And then as the Xbox One, like during the release cycle, was like getting all this terrible press and like really was fucking things up. Like with like you
Can't share games.
You can't share games. Like
Were
you
you there?
can't.
This Halo 5 thing.
You can't play your Xbox
There's
if
no
you
split
aren't
screen.
online.
You had to be online at all times.
Yeah, just to even
They
Play the
totally lost the ball when they.
Yeah.
I
They
think it's
fucked
pretty
it all up.
stupid.
And
they got a dog.
And plus, let's be honest.
A live dog in Call of Duty. Which Call of Duty was that? They had
Fallout 4.
They were no. They were at one of those Gamescom things, and they brought an actual dog
To play the game.
for Microsoft. On Microsoft's press conference, they showed off a dog for Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, Ghost.
Yeah,
The
you remember
fucking
that?
canine. Yeah.
You remember that? And that was like what they were pushing.
They showed off like all the hair and like how amazing it looked on Xbox One. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was for Call of Duty Ghost.
And they did that
game
with all the sports games and everything, and
Yeah.
like literally nobody was interested.
No.
So that's how they lost.
Not to mention the operating system really sucks. I don't know about you guys. Like I don't know about you, but
I don't know anything about the operating system. Please tell me about the...
Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what you've experienced. But like the things I noticed, the Xbox 360 did a really good job on all those things.
Fantastic.
Here's an example.
Xbox parties were the shit back then.
You have like the home dashboard for the Xbox One. They actually just updated it. Like,
it took them like 2 years to
but
figure out what to do.
I just like suffer crashes and freezes and slowdowns, like just things that are. It's like it's not any of the game's fault. It's all clearly the Xbox itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's some sort of software related to the Xbox, and it's just not done well. Like for example, for the love, like when you're using Netflix or YouTube or Hulu or Amazon Prime or any of those videos, anything you're gonna type in a search bar, there's only like 3 buttons you use. There's like 8 other buttons we could be using right now as shortcuts.
Right.
Spaces,
Yeah.
backspaces, cancel. If you're on a keyboard, one of the bumpers could be like skip 5, like YouTube. YouTube's app does that, but none of the other ones do.
Right.
Like, well, I don't know if that's an Xbox thing or what, but why spend all that? Like, that is if you're searching videos on YouTube, I do that all the time. Do you guys do that?
Not on my Xbox.
Were they writing out Kinect for the interface on Xbox One?
That's actually
like
that's a good point as well, because they forced you to buy the Xbox One.
Yeah, it comes with Kinect. Yeah.
When it came out, which increased the price by $100.
That was one. That's another way they fucked up.
Yeah,
They made you buy and like
Kinect
Kinect.
is worth
Actually, nobody wants it anymore. Nobody wants any Kinect.
Nobody ever wanted
No.
Kinect.
Kinect sucks.
I never did. Yeah.
Kinect Star Wars.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That shit
Was it
sucked.
fun? Oh.
But what about the dancing game?
Hey, did you
Han
guys?
Solo.
Bro. I can bring my little dumbbells in there. Clink, clink, clink.
Did you guys play any of the Battlefront 2 beta that just came out?
Oh.
I did on the PC.
Yeah, I played a little bit.
Yeah. I had a
It's
good
hard
time.
for me. It's weird.
No.
What was
You didn't
weird?
play it at all?
No, I did, and I was like, fuck this game.
I liked it way better than the first one.
Why do you like it? Why do you like it?
Yeah,
I
why do
didn't
you like it?
Let's see. I have not thought
Did you
about
play the first
specific
game?
reasons. Yeah, I own the first one.
I
Well,
can
you
tell
mean
you.
like
Did you play that a
the
lot?
original one
Yeah,
or the one that came out like 2
No,
years ago?
the one that came out like recently.
2015?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Well,
battle.
so here's what I didn't like about that one. That one, it felt like every match I was ever gonna play, I was gonna be like 6-20. I hated that.
But
I don't want to be like.
I thought
So
it was
did you-
super casual.
did you-
Just for casual.
Well, there were only 6 maps, right? Or 7 maps?
Yeah, it's stupid.
But did
There
you
wasn't-
like the first one?
Yes, but I liked what I played in the second one a lot more.
Okay.
I liked the
thing-
experience. I liked the map. I liked all the options.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really liked the space battle.
So-
Did you
Yeah.
like space controls.
So why
Yeah,
why
no,
didn't
it's
you?
good.
Okay, but why didn't you like the beta? Before-
Because all of the progression
Mm-hmm.
that you do in the game, all of it, I shit you not, is through those fucking
Those cards.
those cards. The cards that you can only
In a beta?
that you can only get out of
Real money.
out of
Isn't it out of?
no, you get it from ranking up.
reward matches.
How's the ranking system by the way?
The
Is
ranking
it fast or
No, it's not even a ranking
I don't
system.
know. Well, they only gave us 10 levels.
something games have really been fucking up with lately is like the customizable options used to be really cool in games. Like
It used to be so nice.
But now it's like they've streamlined the shit out. Like in Destiny, it's like you're definitely gonna see another character that looks like you.
yeah,
right.
but for that reason, it's just because
That's just an example. I'm not like
the problem I have with
Fallout
games.
is really good.
Yeah,
There's a
but
lot
it's
of
not like
customization.
an
I'm playing that right now, actually.
Oh,
Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
there's
bought it
a
on
lot
my
of
PC.
customizations in
Yeah.
Fallout.
But what I don't like is how games like Battlefront 2, every Call of Duty since Black Ops 3 now, and games like Shadow of War even has this, which is a fucking single player game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can progress just by spending a shit ton of money on these packs, right? These
Right.
chests or whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
Like Overwatch does it perfectly because Overwatch, all of the chests, you just get cool skins. Plus you get one every time you rank up, you know, so it's chill.
Every 90 minutes too.
Yeah, it's chill. And so, like, with games like Black Ops 3, I love that game. I put so much time into that game.
Mm-hmm.
They literally had full-on, like, good weapons. Like, they had this pistol shotgun called like, the Marshall 16 or something
Mm-hmm.
that one-shotted people from, like, 10 feet away. It was a fucking pistol, sidearm.
Yeah.
And you could only get that out of supply drops.
Right. And it made supply drops special.
I never got a weapon out of a supply drop not paying for it. I never paid for supply drops, and I never got a weapon. And if
In which game? Call of Duty?
Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Plus,
Okay.
the thing is, like, I was listening to this podcast that GameSpot was talking about Battlefront,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about how he was trying to get a scope, literally a scope, on
Mhm.
one of the weapons that he used, and he didn't get it in the entire beta because it was completely random, and it was through those loot boxes. And the thing, like, Call of Duty 4, you had to get like five or 10 headshots or get like 50 kills to get what you wanted. You had this.
You had to have the skill. You had objectives. And
You
now
had
it's money.
objectives.
They have to throw money at your screen
Exactly.
to get certain things.
Precisely.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about those games, and that's why I won't buy it
It's
because you have to
Degraded the whole
throw
like
money.
user like generated content.
Yeah.
Everything. It's like, you know, all that extra customizable shit you have to pay for now.
Exactly.
Yeah, Halo 5 did that with their microtransaction system for the Warzone playlist.
The Warzone.
Did you
You're
see
right.
Evolve's launch? You know what Evolve is?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so
That
fun.
was the biggest mess I've
was so
ever
fun.
seen in my life.
I didn't own an Xbox One at that time,
Uh-huh.
so I watched people play on Twitch, but what happened?
It was just
They had 30 different DLC options, like different like ways to buy the game. You could buy this game for $65. You can buy this game for $67.
it was
you
a
can buy
mess.
It was
Oh.
ridiculous. It was completely terrible.
And
that's-
the
that's
the
fucking
game
it up.
sounded really cool. Like I
Yeah,
really
it was a
enjoyed
cool
watching
concept
it.
until you have to pay like fucking
Another
hundreds
thing
of
was the
dollars
matches
for
were, like,
everything.
The match was
And
like
then-
45 minutes, weren't they?
Dude,
Took forever.
like, you know the Dead or Alive series?
I've
Isn't
never
that
played it.
volleyball?
No, it's
Oh,
a
no,
fighting
it's
game.
fighting.
It's a
Titty
fighting
volleyball
Yeah,
game.
it was-
like
it was-
Xbox original, dude.
There's a
And I would see it like Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Like that.
there's
I
like
want to
a,
rent that game. Can I get that one?
I want titty volleyball.
no there so
I
on
wanna play
PlayStation
Tanya.
4, I think on Xbox too, if you scroll through the games, there's Dead or Alive and all the DLC, and it's like $3,000.
Yeah.
What?
It's ridiculous.
It's the highest number I've ever seen attached to a game before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I've seen
In
on
my
my
life.
Iron Man game on my phone. You can buy the extra suits,
Mhm.
suits of armor, but if you wanted to buy all of them, you would have to spend like $150.
Alright.
It's like,
Yeah, my Iron Man game.
On a game on my phone.
Alright. Alright guys, so if you want to get more content like this, head over to ZUURfit.com. We really have a lot to talk
Oh,
about.
God,
We
I
could
could
sit
go
here
on,
for
bro.
hours, but sadly,
Destiny 2
you know.
is the best.
Yep,
Oh.
Destiny 2. Look out for Battlefront 2.
Actually, it lasted like 2 weeks. And
Yeah, it's actually kind of boring.
Yeah,
I
Destiny 2 is
put,
kind
I
of
put like
Mario
over
Odyssey.
3 days.
We're gonna be playing Mario Odyssey
Saturday.
pretty soon here. We'll talk about that
Super
when we think
Nintendo?
about it soon.
Switch. You can fucking come over if you want.
Yeah, if you want to play Mario Odyssey.
Am I?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I have a Switch. I
Talk
got a
off
Switch.
camera.
Anyways, guys, head over to ZUURfit.com. Check out the main podcast. This was just, kickback,
Chill.
table talk, and I'll see you guys next week, and you'll hear from us again. Peace out. That was good.